Caught Stealing, a movie that either stole my time or my entertainment. We'll find out later in this episode. We're talking that, Peacemaker, and a whole lot more news. So stay tuned on this amazing episode of the Cinestro Core. Let's get
Roll
it.
that shit.
Yeah.
Roll that shit.
The gas, it's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in, stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in, stay tuned.
God, that sounds good.
Welcome
so
back. It's great. And that
Was it-
when we released the Sinestro Core album?
That will be our bonus. Well, that and the outro, I guess.
The Sinestro
Like
Core
these songs.
mixtape.
That,
The
the
mixtape.
outro, and my cover of "In Your House." Sorry, like a stone.
Oh my god! But welcome back to
Well-
Sinestro Core, y'all. It's another beautiful day in media paradise.
It's
Glad to be
Sinestro
back
Town.
here with the gang.
It's
Like AZ said, we're talking about a lot of stuff. So we're
lot.
gonna run through it real quick. AZ,
All right.
bring them the news,
Some
bro.
of the things we'll talk about will warrant in-depth conversation. Some of the other stuff,
yes.
not so much.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Easy.
But continue
We'll
with
see.
Let the folks
AZ's
know.
All
right.
news.
I haven't read
No.
the script, but speaking of ran through, what's next?
I'm glad you asked because we got D23 related nonsense. This shit passed
Right,
by,
right,
didn't even know it happened. So we had a slate of announcements, including 2 animated films of Toy Story 5, which
Let
Okay.
it die. Let it
I'm
die.
s-
The
I'm
franchise
right there
is
with
for
you.
Let it die.
What?
It
You
really
said
needs to
Toy
face
Story
ex-
I like,
5,
I like the
bro?
fourth
Toy
one.
Story 5. This is a thing that's happening. Toy Story 4 is pretty good. It's
not
pretty nice.
bad.
It
It's
should
like
have
free
ended-
ice cream.
it
You
should
don't
have
want it,
ended
but it's
after
there.
3. Should have ended after 3.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're beating-
1000%.
We're beating a dead horse.
Oh, beating a dead horse, brother. The horse hasn't even been bludgeoned because this right now is reduced to a fight and pace because we also got an announcement for Ice Age 6 Boiling Point. What?
Fast for this shit.
I didn't know they were still making this. I
What's
didn't
the,
know.
what's the
Oh,
name
do
of
you
the
think-
squirrel?
Scrat.
Rat.
Scrat allegedly had sex. He has a baby now.
Baby
So
What?
I'm
He's
watching.
asexual. Maybe
I'm
back then.
He split like
squirrels
that.
reproduce-
Yeah,
Meiosis.
yeah. Mitosis.
Mitosis.
It's gotta be mitosis because there's no way anything's fucking that thing.
How do I work in
Wow.
healthcare,
All
bro?
for
And I
yourself.
don't know what the fuck that is.
Also, speaking of fucked, Disney's fucked still. If that D23 announcement wouldn't indicate anything, because via Variety, I found out that Disney is unable to tap into the Gen Z market, yielding men ages 13 to 28. They've got the girls down, they've got the millennials down. Now, see, you're thinking that, right? But the article states that outside of major properties like Marvel and Lucasfilm and those results being lackluster, they've started to fall off in that quadrant. And I started to really think outside of like Lucasfilm and Marvel, what
What
do I
offerings
care
do
about
they
that Disney's
have
made in the
for-
past?
exactly. How offerings do they have for for males ages 13 to 28?
They've
Not mine.
been trying to experiment with
Punisher,
things
dude.
like Punisher. That's Marvel. That's what I'm saying.
non-Marvel
They
or
have
Star
nothing.
Wars related
Oh, this
stuff.
is too hard.
They're exactly what I'm
Bro.
saying, dude. They're the
But see,
PS4
simple.
production companies. They have no exclusives people want.
But what
just
I'm
release some more, some smart house, some motherfucking
No,
$80
but
million cook off.
But what I'm
Do some shit like that.
what I'm curious about is, does that have to do with like the kind of the content that they already have and they are releasing, or does it have to more?
Mhm.
Does it have to do more with the fact that men, like that those ages tend to skew more kind of like, not to get political, but like right
Yeah.
leaning, and so
Oh.
they kind of view like the content that Disney makes as a bit of kind of
Woke propaganda.
or like
Well,
that- that is a-
What Disney needs to do, they need to
Listen,
bring
yeah.
fucking Andrew Tate in.
and
No.
that they weapon
Hell no.
conservatives tend to like weaponize empathy and kind of like demonize empathy and kind of like this kind of like
Sincerity and like all the shit you'd
sincerity
find
and
in this movie.
earnestness. Exactly. And I think that that's where Disney, like Disney proper, that's not MCU or Star Wars related stuff, kind of lives in that zone just inherently. And so I think
Well,
I think it's about messaging, right? And I think it's just because it's just boys that age are just so completely down this rabbit hole. There's just the content that Disney makes and releases is just so not on the same wavelength as the kind of content that those boys
it's not Sigma, bro.
Yeah, alpha.
We need more alpha
Prager,
Disney men.
Prager U, that's why.
Prager U,
Exactly.
it's a wonderful line.
Disney U.
No, you bring up a very good point, and I'm not to get on a thought process on this tangent, but I was thinking like they don't really have many male-centric movies or male-geared movies. Most of them are animated princess films, animated films about animals, animated films about inanimate objects.
But like outside of Marvel and Star Wars, what have they ever really had for?
Exactly.
Well, they've literally spent the last 6 to 8 years making fucking live action remakes, making themselves look creatively bankrupt, right?
That might be part of the problem as well.
And I think that's also hurting it.
They're kind of seeing through the facade of like you said,
men are too smart for that shit.
How creatively bankrupt, the Disney machine is. I think they could make films, and everybody loved Encanto, for example. And it's like even I think
allegedly, I thought it was okay.
I didn't know it's great.
It's incredible. But even Gen Z men, like even kids, boys ages 13 to 28, seem to really like that film. So I think it's all about the kind of just making original.
Well,
stories.
Here's the thing. There's a quote that I found in an article from Comic Basics, and I just find it very funny because it's true but very poignant and mean. Gen Z men are proving tricky. Studies show they are often lonely, obsessed men with video games and spend a lot of their teenage years stuck at home during COVID-19, which makes them socially stunted and a hard crowd to capture.
Yes, it's absolutely true.
Very accurate. Because think about it. Encanto came out during COVID. We were inside. It was either we watched that or we, touched grass, and that's where the disease is. So we stayed inside.
Right, exactly.
And also because that's where all the Wi-Fi is.
That's right. There's diseases everywhere, brother.
So honestly, I don't. They in a quote, one of the shareholders stated they simply need to start making better movies. They don't know what that means, but they're saying it. We'll see.
Shit.
That's something we've been saying since when did we start this podcast? 2022. We've been saying this for now almost 3 years. In 2 months,
shit, brother.
Make good shit. It's not hard, and that's the biggest. Since F1 came out,
and
there's not been anything worth.
God damn it, man! You can't go a fucking episode without mentioning it, bro.
It's the new Top Gun.
Hey, did the check clear?
Since F1,
you know what they need to do? They need to bring back Don fucking Bluth. That's a man who understood children. That's the guy who made
now 101 Dalmatians.
Anastasia, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Bring back 2D animation, dude.
First of all,
honestly, all these
most
fucking
depressing
love anime. Fucking bring them in.
Honestly, but it sucks now because I think Don Bluth's art style is mostly just used for furry porn, so I don't think they're going to be able to. Oh no, they might still.
The fact that you know that. Hey, it's a way in.
It's a way. That's a quadrant.
A market is a market, and it's untapped.
A market is a market. That's gonna be gross.
No, but I think just so we don't continue talk about this subject too much. I think it would be an interesting shift to see if Disney went out of their way to purposely try to make content for that quadrant for men and boys ages 13 and 28.
I mean, and getting Marvel zombies
and see, but non-Marvel or non-Star Wars related stuff.
Exactly,
and
they have nothing.
I'm curious to see if they make that pivot and purposefully try to make projects that are catering to that audience and see what we get. I think it's doable. I think it's totally achievable. I think they just they have to put in the effort and the will to want to do it,
They truly have to come out guns blazing. And by the way, speaking of guns, brother James Gunn recently announced via his social media, fuck off, that's the best we're getting. Recently announced during his social media that Superman sequel is tentatively titled Superman Man of Tomorrow, simply with the caption, Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027. And I thought, this is just a photo of Superman standing next to Lex Luthor until I looked closer, and it's the corn sweat suit, and
Of course.
Lex Luthor's in his big purple mech.
Let's fucking go.
We're getting the mech suit.
Is that
stupid
a
bald
comic
bastard?
run?
It is a comic run. I forget the exact story. I think it's by Grant Morrison, but I'm probably wrong on that.
I thought it was.
I would have to look into it.
It's an
But I
animated
think
movie.
it's an animated movie, yes, but it also is a comic.
Based off the comic.
That's where the title came from.
That's where the animated. That's where the comics come from, bro.
That was for the
Animated
That's where the animated films come from. Yes.
What?
That's where they come from, bro.
Yo,
But,
the synchronicity.
But it's set to be coming out July 9th, 2027. We don't know much about it aside from like the title. And also I put on the script, I'll read it verbatim what it says. Telluride Film Festival nonsense for Luis to talk about. I guess his high art ass has some shit he cares about or something.
Hey.
Luis, is your segment.
Hold on.
I hate art.
Go on to
I
the
hate
next
art
topic.
and I hate movies, but that Telluride Film Festival fucks.
It does.
Really? Okay. Tell me about it because I know nothing.
I need us to be there when you just in there.
We need a lot of money.
Live.
We will be kicked out. We will be kicked out very fast.
or we'll get signed on as panelists. Indefinitely.
3 mics hards deep. I'm saying a slur, guaranteed.
Oh my god!
No, now just
one.
Not
one
much. It's just
sip of water. I'm saying a slur.
Since we're a pop culture podcast and we tend to cover movies, I just think it would be kind of pertinent to kind of touch base on the fact that Telluride Film Festival has already happened. Venice is happening right now. It's goes on for a little bit longer, and then it's followed by Toronto Film Festival. We talked about it before, but just kind of some highlights and just some things that I'm looking forward to that I think we should look forward to as well, and that we're probably going to discuss on the podcast. Is that news that Bruce Springsteen delivered me that Bruce Springsteen movie biopic
with Jeremy Allen White.
His performance they're saying is great. Movie.
No.
So we'll see.
He sold his soul to get that voice, so we'll see.
Exactly.
It's got to be great.
The streets are saying that Yorgos Lanthimos' new joint, Begonia, fucks.
I knew it.
No,
they called me a madman.
They said that about Poor Things, and that shit was ass.
That's
okay.
True.
Poor Things had more good moments than bad, but it was very underwhelming.
But they're saying, but the general critical reception for what is his most recent film? Kinds of Kindness was very negative, and people are saying that this is a return to form. So
and there's a huge breakout star I heard.
Exactly, Stavi baby, the goat is in Begonia.
I'm also
from a very reputable source.
Oh my god,
that he's funny in it, that he's hilarious in it.
I'm very excited also to see Jesse Plemons, who plays just my favorite weird little timid freak in Fargo. I just like him in anything.
People are saying that he's probably going to win Best Actor at the Oscars next year.
I got to see this.
That's how great his performance is. So
I don't know.
I mean, we're all aware of Jesse Plemons' talent, his ability.
So what kind of
Emma Stone? I like her in anything, almost anything.
Yeah,
almost
but
anything.
she's won enough. Let's chill out. Let's not give her supporting for Begonia. Let's someone else win
it's
something.
Jesse's time.
Let Mikey Madison.
I guess
two Jessies, because just like how we're talking about Jesse Plemons, Jesse Buckley is the star of the newest Chloe Zhao movie Hamnet.
Talking about
and people are saying yes, they are. People love it. It is the most talked about, the most buzzed movie coming out of Telluride, and that is saying.
And those bees must be deaf and mute because I haven't heard them.
You're not tapped in like me.
He's not tapped in to Telluride.
Jesse
Buckley, old dork.
Jesse Buckley, they're saying that she's incredible and that she's probably going to win Best Actress, or that's kind of like up in the air. Paul Mescal's in it, but he's a supporting actor. But Chloe Zhao is a previous Oscar. Chloe Zhao is a previous
Astros. They just won.
There you go, Santos. Fuck the Yankees, baby.
Fuck the Yankees.
But
he says wearing a Dodgers hat.
It's my uncle.
It doesn't sound like Yankees.
My uncle and my godfather's favorite team, so I have to, support.
That's okay. I don't even watch baseball.
Moving back to Hamnet.
Back to Hamnet. But like I said, Chloe Zhao, she's an incredible filmmaker. She directed Eternals, which I think is much malaligned. I think it's an incredible movie, and she's previous Oscar Best Picture winner. She won for Nomadland. So just there's a lot of things that are Sentimental Value by Joaquin Trier. That there's a lot of things up and coming. We'll keep you guys posted more. He directed Worst Person in the World.
What?
Anyways, it's got Kellen Skarsgård in it and Elle Fanning.
Oh, I know her.
You have to narrow that down.
Skarsgård, is that the third?
The dad.
That's the dad. Yeah. Stellan.
Stellan.
Kellen.
Old one.
Stellan Skarsgård. My bad.
I know that guy.
Okay.
You said Kellen. I was like, "There's a new one." Damn, they just be fucking multiplying, bro.
But it's just a little kind of like touch base to let you guys know that there's the film festival season is up and coming, and the fall film festivals are kind of like indicative of what the future of like the rest of the year will look like, and award season will look like. And although it's not something we talk about much, it is something that I'm very passionate about. So I just kind of wanted to nerd out a little bit and let you guys know kind of like what I'm looking forward to and what I'm excited for. But yeah, and also keep an eye out for Marty Supreme and the Smashing Machine. With those 2 movies coming out from the Safdie brothers.
Opposite Safdie brothers.
Opposite Safdie brothers, yeah. Josh Safdie.
They're having a Safdie off.
Which one's the one with the fucked up face that was an
Benny Safdie. He's directing Smashing Machine.
He was also he was in Happy Gilmore too.
Exactly.
Elon Musk. Or eviler Elon Musk.
So and those are like interesting conversations, because we all know The Rock. We've all asked and expected more from him, especially when it comes to like the wrestler turned actor discourse. And it seems like the Smashing Machine is kind of like a move in the right direction. He's also rumored and kind of I think been confirmed to be starring in the next Martin Scorsese movie, which is about like the mob set in Hawaii. So Martin, going from a possible Oscar nomination to then working with one of the best American filmmakers of all time.
It's going to show in 2 fucking theaters, and it's going to be an Apple.
Hey, man,
Netflix.
Let me jump on that real quick. I will be there because I appreciate good films, and The Rock has been in many a bad film for too many years. I'll be upfront. We have been very critical of The Rock's most recent films prior to this, and deservedly so. It's Black Adam. It's what the fuck else?
Red Notice, apparently, that everyone watched.
Red One.
Like that. Red One.
Oh, it's still be red.
You are in horrid films. You are standing there being muscly and bald. We need to know what kind of actor you are. You got Dave Bautista acting circles around you. John Cena, who we're about to glaze in Peacemaker, is fucking cooking, dude. Mind you, he's also in bad films. He's in fucking Ricky Stenicki. But
Ricky Stenicki may be a bad film. That's
fun.
But he's not bad in it. He's able to make me
incredible.
Like 45 to 30 minutes of a movie with Aquafina, who is basically a gun to the balls.
Oh, the taxi movie?
Too far. Mute him.
No. I watched it because I enjoyed John Cena.
Mute him.
Oh, yeah.
That's how good of an actor he is. He would have been dog shit, but he's still just overall great.
So the point I'm making is that like with this film coming up, I know I don't want to get too long-winded on it, but we'll definitely dive deeper as we lead up to October when this comes out. But just the
Rock draft,
the feeling of that trailer,
the Rock movie
draft, we're gonna do it. The feeling of that trailer and seeing The Rock in a role that I've not seen him in before, in a element I've not seen him in before, that sparks real interest. I know the Safdie brothers, they be cooking, so this should be an all-out banger. I don't care what anybody says. I'm riding for this movie hard.
Seeing The Rock, knowing it's The Rock, but not immediately recognize him as The Rock.
Yeah.
And seeing that he's not playing The Rock in a movie, already I'm on.
That's all we've asked.
That's all we've asked because he's not wearing that same dirty-ass brown shirt, not walking around with that dirty-ass brown stained-ass sweatshirt with the military gloves on and just walking around looking all fucking.
Hopefully, this is The Rock getting rid of all the things that commonly bug me about him. And speaking of bugs, that brings us to our gaming news.
Hold on. You didn't let me finish. I was just gonna say, and that just goes hand in hand with kind of like this other Best Actor nomination, which is probably going to happen.
Emily Blunt!
Which is Timothy Chalamet and Marty Supreme, which is directed by the other Safdie brother, Josh Safdie. And so that's not hitting any festivals. That's just releasing during Christmas. So just a lot of things to look forward to. Wagner Moura is going to be in a movie called The Secret Agent. People are saying he's incredible in that. You have Richard Linklater's Nouvelle Vague, which is like a homage to the French New Wave, which is a Netflix movie.
So
The Mastermind, the Kelly Reichardt, my queen, my beloved, my love, Kelly Reichardt in her movies with Josh O'Connor. The new Knives Out movie, I think, is premiering at Toronto
they're making a third one.
Yeah, with Josh O'Connor.
Wake up, dead man.
Kaylee
Okay.
Sweeney,
I need to start checking my phone more often.
I need to control myself.
What's her name? Glenn Close.
I also need to control myself.
I'm trying to get Glenn closer.
Exactly. So just a lot of things to look forward to, and just keep tap in with the
we're in for a fucking treat when it comes to movies for the next couple months.
I said, bro,
a lot.
Exactly.
Once April hit this year, I was like, we're about to be on a run of movies up until the end of the year. And it's so glorious. We get to have good shit, bad shit, and everything in between.
Exactly. The beginning of the year is kind of like where it's rough.
When the shit that's Oscar baity comes out.
Yeah.
Come May, that's when you start getting.
When it goes from like summer into the holiday season, cinema comes out.
Beautiful. Exactly. My favorite time of year. Speaking of bugs.
Oh, speaking of bugs.
That was your segue.
I forgot that was my segue. Yeah. This is just a little brief thing. A couple weeks ago, I think, or it was last week, we covered news on the Helldivers ODST update, and they came out with another fucking update. I didn't even know they were doing this.
Immediately after
the Into the Depths update, and it adds the addition of new specialty missions with the bugs. Including a giant fucking dune worm called a Harvest King. I don't like that. I fought one today.
Not the Harvest King. It's the Hive Lord, isn't it?
Hive Lord. I think whatever it's called, I hate it, and it takes 3 hell bombs.
Fucking sick. It looks sick.
It does not die.
It made me almost buy my PlayStation Plus again.
Did you guys get a chance to play it? The new update?
I haven't played it yet.
Bro,
No.
I played it today. And I think I'm gonna go to one of those like Vietnam veteran meetings if they still have those at like a community center. I'm gonna tell them about how I was a Glenmere fucking frontliner, dude. This was horrifying. I saw a man with a hell bomb on his back have to run at one of those motherfuckers 3 consecutive times to kill it, and instead it stood there. It doesn't die,
and then it just moved.
Yeah, it's awful. It's the devil himself. Speaking of demonic things, Daredevil and Angela have been announced for season 4 of Marvel Rivals.
Daredevil and who?
Who the fuck?
And Angela. Okay, so Angela is a character that
thanks
partially created by Neil Gaiman and then sold over to Marvel, and he's essentially what Hela was in Thor Ragnarok, like how she was the hidden sister of Thor and Loki. And Heaven is supposed to be the 10th realm in Marvel's Asgardian mythos. But basically, she's like a transplant character, and Daredevil's in there.
She's trans. I'd love to see it.
Well, the thing is, Angela is a lesbian, but I think because they're a Chinese company, we're not going to get lesbian Angela.
Only because she hasn't met me. I'm sorry. I was joking. Anyways, but no, this is exciting. I love Daredevil. He's one of my favorite comic book heroes, comic book characters of all time. That's our dad's GOAT. We've been asking for him in Marvel Rivals. I'm so excited to see what the gameplay looks like, what his ult looks like. Graham mentioned this in the group chat. I think he's absolutely right. Daredevil's about to have the sickest skins in the game.
Oh, 1,000%. It almost makes me want to re-download this game, but I deleted it.
It's like 15 gigs. What's going on?
No, first off, it's not 15 gigs. This shit is like several gigs. On PC, it's an inch and a half. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. This shit like 300.
Yeah,
I would
get a real fucking console, man.
No. If I get a console just for Marvel Rivals, I might as well get like, I don't know, a personal lighter just for my balls. It would be less painful experience.
That's what we all do.
terrible.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What we all do.
That's what I did to afford the PS5.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sorry that this conversation has gotten to this state. But speaking of state of play for PlayStation,
Motherfucker, you
got an announcement. You see that?
Offer.
I'm sneaky with it. Just like 007, who's got a new game coming out announced at the PlayStation.
I was gonna have a really different
segue.
Now it is by IO Interactive, and it is called 007 First Light. This kind of ties into that Bond episode we had a couple weeks ago. So I hope the game not gonna look.
Man, are you doing those on purpose?
yeah.
Or is that on accident?
No, he's got to do this shit on purpose.
What is he doing? I can't hear this sound.
He's
cooking. He's cooking is what he is.
Anyways, IO Interactive, I think that's a pretty good track record. They've made Hitman. They've made Hitman 3, Kane and Lynch, Deadman, what is it? Deadman
10 Hotels? Or some shit?
No, just Deadman. Yeah.
I'm thinking of Pirates.
It's just crazy how we described it as like it should be like a little smidgen of Uncharted with a little bit of Hitman, and literally weeks later, what gets announced? Uncharted with a little.
I think that's incredible. That's what I
called
the most out of that trailer. Was I was like, this is so Uncharted coded, and I'm in. I'm there.
As a 12-year-old,
I'm intrigued.
Played the Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days
demo
several times.
It fucked.
And if it's anything like that, if it's even an iota of that, close, in terms of gameplay, I don't know about the story. I never played the actual game, but if it plays like that, I'm in.
I think that's incredible. I think
it's got
Hitman 3. We know is known for it's kind of like it's fun. It's got fun gameplay.
That's the one where you go to that F1 race, correct? If I'm correct,
it's the newest one. No,
I don't play.
I love that mission so much. But yeah, it's just so the ways you're going to be able to do like a variety of stealth encounters in this game. If they're anything like the multiple paths you can take to pull off your target assassination in Hitman, just a glimmer of that.
I doubt it. I think it'll be more. The story will be much more focused, much more linear. But that's okay. Like I said, Uncharted is a perfect example of how to do like a linear story-driven game and do it masterfully. Now, it's not being made by Naughty Dog, and Amy Hennig is not in charge of it. So it's not gonna be Uncharted. But like I'm saying, that trailer really gave off a lot of the vibes. Like it looks like it's incredibly story-driven. It looks like there's a lot of like action set pieces. Like it looks the combat and the gunplay looks very like Uncharted-esque, much more than Hitman, and that's exciting for me, someone who's a huge Uncharted fan. So I'm
it comes out on the 27th of March 2026, and also it stars Patrick Gibson from the Dexter prequel as James Bond. Very intrigued to see how that goes.
He's a blonde Irish guy, and in the game he's a brunette. So that's interesting because, I don't know if that's indicative of anything that Amazon is.
That's what I was thinking.
But
if they're kind of like window shopping it.
Yeah, because they could have just kept giving him his regular hair color, like most actors who do video games. It's just their face, right?
He's doing mocap. Yeah,
it's them doing the character. But they made him brunette for a reason, and I know that that's true to the video game, to the books, and that's true to the character. But it's very interesting considering, the recent acquisition of James Bond by Amazon, and are they hinting at something?
That's why they canceled the Dexter prequel series.
No, it was dog shit. I heard.
No, they're pulling. No, that can't be it.
Yeah, it's gotta be
pulling his ass in.
You're right. But I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. That game looks like it's gonna fuck.
We got a pretty good sneak preview of that game, and I think we've also got some pretty great trailers coming in. In trailer news, we got some upcoming things. Here's the section of the episode where I get made fun of by Luis as the inverse of what
I'll be respectful because you were respectful to me, so I'll be respectful.
Nah, brother. You saw what I titled your segment. Have at it. This is free reign. We have via glitch.com, there is a show called Knights of Guinevere by Dana Terrace, who made the Owl House, which genuinely, I'm saying this right now as a grown ass man. I'm literally wearing a black and proud shirt. All right, it is the best POC queer show that Disney Channel could have had. It is Lindelof making minority content level of a white woman making colored queer content.
I've heard about
the Owl House.
Oh, the Owl House.
It also has what is his name, Alex Hirsch, who made Gravity Falls. So like it's gas. It's so fucking good.
Interesting.
And
what's it called?
What happened?
Guinevere?
Knights of Guinevere, yeah. But this is a more adult take because for those people who don't know some background, is when the Owl House was nearly canceled. Like it almost never got finished because Disney was around that time where they're like, gay doesn't make us money yet, and we kind of don't care about it, so we're just gonna pause this for a little bit, not because we're homophobic, but because it doesn't benefit us financially yet. And
they're broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He said
exactly. And
too many non-binaries asking for rent money on Twitter.
Essentially.
Is this about the Knights of the Arthurian Guinevere?
So it's kind of like a play on that. Basically, the summary of it is Knights of Guinevere is a psychological thriller set in the future that welcomes you to a planet-wide announcement park in the clouds and the shadows beneath it, where a broken princess android might be two dreamers' tickets to better lives or the end of them. So it's basically like a little. I'm getting a little Ghost in the Shell kind of Blade Runner thing going on here, especially from the trailer, because due to the fact that they fell out with Disney, right? They are partnering with Glitch, who are behind a lot of very popular animated things online, such as Murderbots, The Amazing Digital Circus, which is getting a lot of traction lately, and a series of other programs. And they're giving an amazing team the keys to the city, essentially. And that trailer looks very violent. It's very great. The villain is a parody guy of Walt Disney, which is basically like a little behind the scenes middle finger to Disney. I love that. And the android is a princess android who's essentially like rebuilt and reprogrammed and like destroyed in her consciousness. I think is like across a series of animatronics, and she's trying to be like free. It's fucking crazy. Like conceptually what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited. The pilot drops September 19th, 2025 on the Glitch YouTube channel. I will be watching. Much like these other two things that are coming up. JJK Season 3 is coming out for the Culling Games arc in January 2026. I'm really scared of Culling Games because that shit got way too confusing. I'm not going to lie. It's like how black people have rules for Uno, but it varies from house to house. And I was playing one card going to 7 different houses in South Dallas. I had no idea what the fuck was going on because they kept explaining a new goddamn rule every other panel.
That they made.
Go ahead and call me stupid guy in the comments who read it all. Good for you, fuck nigga. You want a medal? Go ahead. Here's a medal. It's called Irish Spring Soap. Use it. Anyway, that's coming out. And last but not least, we have a trailer for Marvel Zombies, which comes out like in I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't. But that's my curiosity because that shit looks hard. It looks kind of cool. You get a shot, man, ripping the heads off of like,
bro.
As someone who notoriously disliked What If, I think I'm pretty excited for Marvel Zombies. I wasn't excited. I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, I think they're doing something really interesting here. And I think it's the fact that they're not shying away from the violence. They're not shying away from the gore. It's NC-17.
They said fuck.
Poppy, Baby Metal, and cool action. Mahershala Ali is voicing Blade. He's also Moon Knight.
No, that's that Tom Phillips guy that we were talking about a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Todd Phillips is some other guy.
But it's his Blade.
It's his Blade.
That's my biggest kind of takeaway from this. Is like I was like, how the fuck are we getting Mahershala Ali's Blade debuting in Marvel Zombies before
and not in his own Blade movie?
But anyways, that's besides the point. I think this looks cool, and as a detractor of animation, and a detractor of What If specifically, I am pretty excited about Marvel Zombies. I think it looks cool. Like Gerardo said, that trailer is awesome. Baby Metal.
Oh yeah.
over that violence and gore, and Blade fighting a zombie ghost and having Poppy on there as well. That shit fucks, and I'm excited, and I'm gonna watch it because it looks sick.
I gotta walk back my statements from a couple weeks ago.
Because we were talking mad.
We were talking mad shit.
I was willing to be open. I was willing to give it a chance, but everybody was like,
because I just came off watching. I finally watched season 3 of What If, and I've never been. I was bored. I needed something.
He was subjected to his
and I don't know why
Captain Carter episode.
Myself, bro, it was so bad. And once it ended, I said, "Thank God." Then I heard about Marvel. I said, "Marvel Zombies." I said, "Marvel Zombies, bro." They're gonna fucking torment me.
Where are you getting these sounds from?
He's making these at home.
In his producer era.
I said, please don't fucking assault me with another god awful show. And then I watched the trailer. I said, you know what? This shit kind of hard.
Yeah, it is.
That Spider-Man shot. Nah, man. Look, this one,
bro.
This might be it. This might.
Look, we don't know. We don't know. Isn't it the same showrunner who show ran What If? Or no?
Well,
yeah, but
no, that's who's show running.
But this is a lot more focused because they don't have to focus on random bullshit stories and interconnecting them. It's one story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still got that ugly fucking style, but now they can use the little bit of a crutch of the NC-17 rating to get some aura in that bitch. I don't know, something.
And plus they got some fucking aura going on in this trailer, bro, because I saw Black Panther was missing a leg and I was like, they read the book. They read the thing.
They read the
let's fucking go.
Watched the comic story in video. They didn't read shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am giving them too much credit. They definitely watched the video. They definitely browsed the wiki. Actually, no, that'd be too much effort. They had the thing on in the background.
The guy who created, who's showrunning is like the creator of Marvel Zombies, wrote on Robot Chicken and wrote on Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, look, this can work.
And wrote on She-Hulk.
She-Hulk is good. She-Hulk is good. I don't care.
So you know what?
Exactly.
It's looking more positive than it's looking negative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm on the plus side of this one. I'm positive about it.
I think Meg Thee Stallion should twerk in every MCU movie.
If there's one thing I know that they can do, considering they wrote on Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm willing to give them the chance to think that the hyper violence they were in the same room as the people.
Reynolds.
So yeah, go ahead.
But basically, the ChatGPT team that wrote Deadpool and Wolverine did a pretty decent job with hyper violent comedic action. So I think that if they lead into that scene where they're minigunning a horde of zombies from a chopper, listen, I'm a simple man. You give me a minigun, you give me hordes of undead, I'm watching. So I'm hopeful that they're gonna have a pretty good Zombieland-esque tone that I would want from this. But hopefully it's good.
I think we're all excited for it.
I'm being very hopeful, and I've made that mistake before, but I'm gonna make it again and again.
Hey man,
I believe
that's about life.
I think we lose nothing. It's not a mainline MCU entry. It's kind of they'll find a way to connect it because they always do. But I think
Agent Carter and 17 different things.
I think the stakes are much lower, and I think that's okay. I think we can kind of invest in it and be really excited for it. And I think ultimately, if it's bad, we lose nothing. You know.
And I'm gonna be honest though, personally, since I got a little bit more of a stake in this, I think that if this is bad, I'm gonna have a bone to pick with these niggas. And speaking of bones, brother, our last and final topic on trailers is 28 years later, Bone Temple. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna like this one better. I just off rip from the trailer. I think I'm gonna like it better.
I'm gonna be dead ass. I have not seen this trailer because I wanted to go in blind, but let's talk about it.
Really interesting,
dude. It is doing one of the things that it's doing that I really wanted was more of a focus on.
He got so fucking mad. He said, he all capped our asses twice.
When we did what?
When we shared the trailer first at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. None of us were awake.
I was.
Fuck that. You were busy.
Gerardo and I sent it almost minutes apart. Damon just goes,
Dude.
read up.
I literally found it. I literally found it like hours upon hours later, and I had it copied and pasted, and I was about to send it, but I was like, "Hey, let me check and see if anybody sent it real
Dude, it
quick."
would have been
Then I
so
saw
good if you
David
sent it.
basically putting a gun at y'all. I was like, "Okay,
Calling out slurs.
I think they know."
We're about to
all-
get executed. Like
all I'm
David
gonna
was ready
say-
to blow our shit up.
All I'm gonna say about like this trailer and about this movie is that I was nervous about it because I think Danny Boyle is such an exceptional filmmaker, and this is kind of his and Alex Garland's baby. So it's kind of scary to see that be transitioned to somebody else's hands. That being said, Danny Boyle,
Nia DaCosta.
he single-handedly picked Nia DaCosta to direct this movie, and I think that's even more important considering that that he's directing the first
faith in her.
and the last one in this trilogy. So that the fact that he was like, I trust you to shepherd this story moving forward, like to take the reins of this second one, and then depending on how this one does, they'll determine whether they make the third one or not. But I think the fact that Danny Boyle kind of gave his blessing to Nia and was like, here, you do it. And the fact that they filmed them back to back, Danny did his thing and Nia did her thing. And I was really worried about it at first, like I said, because Danny's so great and these movies are so great, and especially this last one that we saw. But that trailer, I think, really made me excited for it. I think it's going to be tonally different. I think it's a lot more action-oriented and action-heavy. And I think that Nia DaCosta was the perfect choice to make this film. And I'm so glad Danny Boyle entrusted her with that. And he was like, no, I know my strengths as a filmmaker, I know your strengths, and I think that your perspective and kind of like will really add a much needed layer to this film, and I think it will work in conjunction to make something that's incredible. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy for it. I'm hyped.
I think it's gonna be good. I also really just want to see more of that giant graveyard that Ray Fiennes' doctor makes, because that I might be glazing when I say this, but that might be in the past 10 years one of the coolest visuals I've seen in a fucking movie. Just something about that giant forest of
beautiful.
It's fucking incredible, the scale of that. And the concept of why it exists, making it so beautifully blended in with the traits of a character and the world around it. This visual metaphor, it just looks so fucking cool. So goddamn cool. Oh man,
Okay.
I'm just excited.
Speaking of Ray Fiennes, can we talk about the cast just like a little bit? I forget his name. I know his name is Alfie, but I don't know his last name. Spike coming back. He's still a child. You can still see him. He's still a kid. Stranger Things, fucking take notes. This is how you do it.
I mean, these were
You don't film. I know. Your seasons.
That's the point.
10 years
that shows the dedication that Alex Garland, Nia DaCosta, and Danny Boyle have. Like they have this shit planned out, and that makes me a lot more. It allows me to have more faith in this project, right? And we have Ray Fiennes returning. We're gonna get a lot more of him. I know we are.
A lot more.
I'm very excited.
His story.
Never in my life am I gonna complain about Ray Fiennes coming.
I agree.
More of him,
incredible.
right? Coming. We have the alpha. He's covering up his dong, and that's fine. But I think it's really interesting. They're bringing back an infected character. They're gonna expand more on them.
On the lore,
like
on their evolution.
Yes, and I think that was one of my favorite parts of this last one. I was like, they showed how they're changed. That's so sick. I love that. And then we have the Savile gang, right? With Jimmy, my fucking goat Remick coming.
Big Jimmy.
That's what I'm excited about.
I'm so excited for that. Did y'all see him doing the Baphomet?
Yes.
He said
that's all I saw. I didn't see the trailer. I saw the
but
picture.
it makes sense considering his religious background, the fact that his father was a priest, you know, and it's like, and so look, that's what I'm saying. I think Danny Boyle was like, no, Nia, this movie or what Alex wrote, this is much more action heavy, and he was like, you're the right person to do it. And she pitched it, and she's like, this is what I want to do, and they're like, this is incredible, this is exactly what we want. And so all those different elements that I think would feel jarring in another filmmaker's hands, even in Danny Boyle's hands. I mean, we were like, "Whoa, that last part seems kind of strange."
Oh, I fucking loved it. Yeah.
You know, compared to the movie that we previously got. But I think that's indicative of what we have to expect moving forward. And I think that there was a very smart decision on their part. I don't know, man. I'm just excited. This movie's gonna fuck. I'm ready. Give me all three of them right now. Inject them into my brain.
And with those thoughts, we have finished our trailer news, and I haven't thought of a great segue, and I think I've made peace with that. Speaking of which, we're talking Peacemaker season 2 so far. 2 episodes.
No,
are out.
don't boo him. He's doing a great job.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I still don't have bad things to say about this. I'm very glad because at the end of the first episode, Peacemaker's life seemed to be going a little bit better. At least like leading into this one, you know, he kind of got over the death of, you know, basically literally killing himself like an episode ago. And I was like, okay, he seems to be on the up and up. I kind of hope his life would get a little bit, you know, worse. And then it does. And man, he's just fully committed to It's a Wonderful Life-ing himself. Like he's just gone into this alternate world, and I cannot wait to see how terrible this is going to go because he literally sends a 3 a.m. "Hey Big" text to this world's hardcore, who I think is going to be a crazy bitch.
I mean, I would too.
I'd
have some respect.
I would.
I don't.
I would.
I have no respect. No self-respect.
I know. My bad.
I just am very invested, and also I just want to mention this off top. The payoff for the greatest joke I have ever heard that I didn't know that I needed of bird blindness.
I knew it
was so good.
Of who?
Bird blindness.
Oh, Luis, you
bird
haven't
blindness.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Luis hasn't seen it. He doesn't know how serious bird blindness is.
Bird blind. Did you see that the cast?
It sounds like a serious affliction.
Oh, it's serious.
Did you see that the cast filmed a PSA about bird blindness?
Oh no, for real?
Yeah, it's very fucking funny.
That's so funny.
It's so goddamn funny. But they did a PSA about it because at first I was like, is that a real thing? But then I saw the PSA. I was like, no,
it is.
I have it. It's chronic.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out. I'm chronic blind.
Chronic.
But it's just so good because
we'll talk about the episode. I haven't seen it, but talk about it. Like why was it good? What did we like?
Because it fucks hard, man.
It just fucks hard, man.
First of all, it's like we were talking about earlier. Sorry to jump on that.
No, go ahead.
We were talking about earlier a few minutes ago about how John Cena is acting like he's in another level with Peacemaker. I like John. I think he's phenomenal. I think he should put the WWE shit put it down. You thank you for your time, Mr. You Can't See Me. Thank you for putting out some questionable rap songs.
Questionable. Them shits was bangers.
They fired, but I have questions. But it's just good to see him doing something like acting and being good, being able to carry this show. Oh my gosh, Danielle Brooks, and what is Harcourt's name in real life?
Who gives a fuck? James Gunn's wife.
James Gunn's wife is only on her ass.
I don't know what her name is in real life, but I feel like John Cena is the strongest in this show, followed by Adebayo, but she's not really doing much yet. We still got a whole season. We'll see. And then, of course, our sweet baby angel, Adrian Chase, the better Deadpool.
The real
Deadpool. The real Deadpool.
The very nice pool.
But yeah, sorry to jump on that, AZ. Go ahead.
But I just am really digging this season. I also really like just how each of the characters has their own little plight going on. And like Matt was saying, Adebayo doesn't have a lot to do, but I feel like she's being utilized just the right amount because I feel like there's some shit that's going to go down with her at a very clutch moment.
And Danielle Brooks is such a charming, like charismatic performer, and she's so solid. You just like watching her. I like when she's on screen. I haven't seen the second episode yet, but the first episode I was like, why we're not giving her much? But I was like, but I'm glad she's here.
Oh yeah,
I like having her here. I like spending time with her, and that's just a testament to James Gunn and his writing and these actors and in their performances to make these wonderfully crafted characters that you just care for and are invested in. You know, so
and
it just goes to show what good writing does.
It just really works very well, because when Peacemaker's life takes another nosedive after main universe Harcourt rejects him, right? He gets drunk and makes what I think is probably like the worst possible decision you can make when intoxicated. Like that's crazy. Identity theft, that's a bold step. But he goes into the alternate world and he's like, I'm just gonna assume this life because I'm not wanted in my other life. Everything's going terrible for me. No superheroes respect me. I killed my dad for nothing. I killed my brother for nothing. Might as well go to a universe where none of that happened. Just kind of a way to like absolve himself of whatever.
Are we seeing the repercussions of that action in episode 2 yet?
No, not yet.
That's gonna be the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah, episode 2 is where he's
like basking in it. He's kind of living. He's like, man, this is the life I could have had. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I think also.
How many episodes is this supposed to be? By the way,
I hope 10. 10, please.
No, more.
30. I wish.
Something like that.
I wish.
I'm looking.
16.
Thank God.
This should be.
I promise you.
16.
Yeah, 16 episodes.
I'll be up on I'll be every week, bro.
It's 16 episodes. Yep, 16.
No.
Yes, it is. Season 2, 16
No.
episodes.
No, you're wrong.
John Cena, 16 episodes. Christopher Smith. Or is it 8? Season 1 is 8.
That means that no.
Dude.
There's a total of 16 episodes, but there is 8.
Get the fuck out of here. No,
because I'm literally looking at the Wikipedia. It says number overall, number in season 8.
My apologies.
But
But keep going. Keep going. What works about this episode? Why is it so good? What did y'all like about it?
So
we have Eagly being the best guy.
Hey.
He's a stout defender of Chris's home. We
Yeah,
have
very-
a really cool and funny character played by SNL alumni. I forget
Meadows?
his name.
Wait, so alumni who?
is it bird blindness?
Yes.
Guy? Yeah, it's Tim Meadows. It's Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows.
Who's
I
Tim Meadows?
fucking love it. Oh,
Tim, you'll look him up.
you're gonna
He's
see
like
him.
He's the principal in
the guy.
Mean Girls. The principal in Mean
Yeah,
Girls.
Oh, the black
He's
guy?
the much more
cannibal.
Tina
in
Fey's
Brooklyn
husband?
Nine-Nine.
huggable Steve Harvey, basically.
He's so good.
He's Tina Fey's husband.
He's
Really?
Yeah.
champion.
Good for him.
What a legend.
Go.
Good for him,
Shit.
dude.
I didn't know he
Two
was that
greatly
good.
funny people.
He's hilarious.
And dude, he plays off this character that when I first saw him, I very much hated him, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
No,
You
I knew.
suck.
I knew.
No,
from the second
no,
I said that,
no.
This guy's my goat.
He's stupid.
he's like he calls economist something like dick
Ginger
balls or like
cool.
something stupid, like
Ginger
something like
cool.
very childish.
Cool.
Ginger cool.
That's what he
Yeah, he's
calls
like,
him, Ginger.
I'm gonna call you
Cool.
Ginger Cool. You cool with that? Yeah, of course. You're Ginger Cool. Yeah. And I was just,
Mhm.
oh my God, you suck. But then he says the greatest joke setup that I've ever heard of bird blindness, where he states, I cannot tell the difference between any bird. And he's like, what about a hummingbird? He's like, okay, to me, that's just a small bird. It looks the same as a fucking duck. All birds look alike to me. And I was like, this is ridiculous. It's a weird thing that will never come up again. And then they break into Peacemaker's house and he gives everybody nicknames. And he's like, you're Baldy. He calls the woman, I think he just calls her tits. Like, it's just,
He calls her titties.
because like,
so funny.
he's like, titties. Like, you can't call her that. It's like, okay, cool. Then you're Bish Boy or like something like that. Like he just makes fun of
Hey
everybody.
man, when you got it, when you got a motherfucker like Tim Meadows on set, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
let him cook, bro. You
He-
can't. You gotta
and
let him just go in there and
they-
do his fucking thing.
They get
and you
the
whatever
house-
you get is gold, bro.
they get into the house and the agents are all being attacked by Eagly, and literally Tim Meadows' character has a shotgun, which would very easily kill this bird. And I'm like, oh my God, Eagly's gonna die. And he starts aiming at the bird, and the
not
guy's
gonna
like,
die,
shoot
bro.
him. And he says, and I quote, I can't see the fucking bird. The bird is too big. I can't tell how big this bird is. Literally like 6 to 7 feet wingspan bird, a Kevin Durant sized bird. And he's like, I can't tell. Where's the fucking bird? Where is it? It's so goddamn funny, and it like some of his team is dead or bleeding out, and he's like, "Goddamn bird blinded."
He mentions he's like, fuck. I can't believe a duck got us or some bullshit. It's so stupid. That's great. Tim Meadows is great. I also love how they're like building on this this camaraderie between the team that we got introduced to last season, minus my goat Chikudi.
Hey,
but
rip.
Like you see that they're like all friends. They hang out. They drink together. Chris tries to fuck Harcourt, and then she tells him to fuck off. It's beautiful. It's just like
the tale as old as time.
Yeah,
it's like poetry.
As old as time.
The thing with Peacemaker too, season 1 was very much him trying to, I guess, prove to himself that he's not a bad guy, that he's not his father. And now season 2 is him trying to prove to the world that he's not Peacemaker of Corto Maltese, that he's Peacemaker, I can be more. And I think the running theme with Chris is that he feels like he's lacking or he's missing something or he's not appreciated enough or whatever it may be. He's got attachment issues.
He feels he's lesser than.
Yeah, he feels way lesser than inadequacy issues, and he wants to be more. So
it sounds childish and very like I'm 14 and this is deep, but he has trouble making peace with himself, and it kind of sucks. It's like his main character flaw.
Peacemaker has trouble making peace with himself.
Yeah, he's just never content or satisfied. So much so to where he had to go and seek out a life that he never had in the first place. And I for one am very excited because according to James Gunn, I think he said like the last 3 to 4 episodes are essentially an entirely different show because they get really weird. And I like Legion, and Legion's a very weird, fucking freaky show.
The show fucking sucks. Anyway.
But I just like weird, freaky shows, and
it's good to see.
Takes a hard beat, but I'm very excited.
That 2 episodes in, James Gunn still has a sauce. It seems like he hasn't lost his fastball. It seems like the show still. I mean, this show is nothing if not consistent.
Gun's still loaded.
So yeah, Gunn is still loaded.
Gun never Gunn never.
Gun don't miss.
Hashtag the gun went off. Hashtag gun in my hands.
Hashtag gun safety off.
Gun safety off.
He's definitely
no gun control.
Yeah. Hashtag no gun control.
Hashtag
I don't want to advocate for that one.
Hashtag live rounds in the gun.
Hashtag gun to the head.
Hashtag gun to my temple. Like
hashtag suck starter
shotgun.
Speaking of shotgun to it. Speaking of starting a shotgun, Alien.
I was gonna say
Earth.
They suck started it for sure, but it
kind
of leveled out there.
Okay, here we go. Episode 5, Alien Earth.
What Alien should have been.
I'm gonna tell you guys how. So, spoiler alert! I fucking love this episode.
It's really good.
I think it's really good. And you want to know the moment I knew it was gonna be good. The moment I saw the title in space. No one can
hear you scream.
No, that's not what it's called. Just in space, no one can hear it, or no one can, and that's just what it. That's what it's. Where it ends right there.
Tagline for I think it was the second Aliens movie, or was it the first? Was it the original tagline?
The first. Yeah. In space, no one can hear you.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
But see, look, I think this episode is indicative of everything that I think is wrong with this show. This episode fucked hard. I think the backstory we got into Morrow and why he does what he does, and kind of like they humanized him, and I was like, oh, this is incredible because I felt I liked him as an actor, I liked him as a character, but they gave him some stakes, and I was like, this is motivation,
some depth. Yeah,
they gave me a reason beyond his performance to like his character.
Exactly.
You see him, and you said, okay. I get
and even like the concept of him being like a company cyborg, kind of like a reverse Johnny Silverhand situation. I was like, that's interesting.
Dude, he's an Atom Smasher, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Smasher, but you feel bad for him.
Yeah, exactly.
What I loved about this episode was that I was just like, this is what Alien is. This is what it is.
It's claustrophobic. It's scary.
It's scary. It's like it's tense and it's suspenseful. And then there is moments of action,
gripping and
it's chilling. And as you have this ragtag group of individuals and their relationships with one another, and that kind of compounded with the fact that they're being hunted by not only one alien but multiple different alien species. I was like, this, and it's kind of frustrating because I was telling Gerardo this. I was like, this is what this show should have been from the beginning.
It's
absolutely,
and I'm okay. I'm okay with the other stuff. I like the Lost Boys. I like Wendy. I like Cavalier because that's my boy from Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
this should have been the first episode. I would have been so.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I'm telling you,
dude, I would have been locked the fuck in if this is the first episode.
I genuinely,
this was essentially Alien, but like fast tracked, a little more action. And or that really cool teaser in Alien Covenant that has James Franco, and it shows all of them in the ship at the beginning with Danny McBride, and they're all having like breakfast on the ship. That it shows their camaraderie. The best part of Alien. Yeah, agreed.
Exactly.
It feels like with the way that it incorporates the newer aliens as well, right? That it's making sense of like all the shit that was very much liked from the Prometheus era of Alien, right? And also I feel like it also expands on the material of the world because, reasonably speaking, why of all races that have evolved from single-celled to multi-celled organisms would it be just this horrible mouth cricket snake thing that doesn't make any sense? Of course there would be more weird freaky things out there, and we get to see each of the specimens.
Little octopus.
Well, that eye octopus, the whole time I've been thinking like, man, what would that look like in a human head? And I had to wait 4 fucking episodes to get that amazing visual. 5 episodes to get that amazing visual. And there's so many amazing sequences in this. For instance, this is the least jank the alien looks so far since we've seen them. Less like a first year theater.
There was a really goofy part where
the strobe light scene in the hallway. I will say
dancing in the hallway. What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off. But
he's kind of doing the John.
I like that he looks like a guy in a suit. That to me, it's like it. I don't know. It's like it screams back to like the original.
I agree.
It's back to form, but it
and also when he starts to like gallop and he starts to run,
that was cool.
That he looks like more like the alien we're used to, and I'm like, okay, I think it's a nice mix of both. Maybe when he's more like
animalistic,
when he's more static, he looks a little more like a little off.
Yeah,
and then when
a Power Ranger character,
exactly. When he fucking gets in there, you see how scary he is, and you don't laugh at him. You're like, oh, he looks like a fucker in the suit. You said, oh, this big son of a bitch is running at
alien.
That's an alien.
And I think that's also like at the beginning. First of all, this show took way too long to get good, and the fact that it took me 3 weeks to watch 1 episode is all you need to know. So I'm glad that it's taking a turn. I'm glad that it's taking a turn for the better, because there's no fucking way I'm gonna spend if your first episode has me 3 weeks out before I finally finish it. Don't expect me to finish that show until Dune Prophecy. I haven't finished that show.
Me either. I
started it. We stopped talking about it.
We gave up. So I was worried. I was worried that that's what was going to happen with Alien Earth after I got through episode 1. I was like, damn, I'm going to have to quit another show before it gets anywhere. Hopefully it maintains the course that's going on and continues to get better and better. Now, in terms of the alien, that shit looked janky as hell the second episode for sure. When he's jumping off the balcony or whatever to get at Hermit, whatever his name is.
It had like a it had like a CW Flash quality to it, like a
like you said earlier. It looked like those Toku 1980s Toku suits, bro. Them
Phantom Katsu,
the Godzilla suits.
It looked like that. And I was like, what the fuck?
The Tokidoku.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then like, I thought it was cool that they have these aliens have some like adaptation. What's the word I'm looking for? They have
adaptation.
I guess I don't know. like they're using camouflage. They're doing it like they're smart. That shit is cool to me. I hope we see something new in this series. I don't know how new they can go with the abilities and all that because it's when is it set before Romulus? We're in the timeline.
Yeah, this is before Alien.
This is before the first Alien. Okay,
yeah.
so it's you already have all this string of movies that you can't really. You gotta be careful touching the lore. I want to see how they explore that too. Also, the three companies, Yutani, Prodigy, and fucking
whatever the fuck the other one is.
Yeah,
see, but that's I was gonna comment on that because I think about the first when I think about the first 3 episodes or the first 2 episodes in particular, that's kind of the stuff that interested me the least about this. I was like the political machinations about what goes on between these companies and kind of like their power show. I was just like, I don't give a fuck. This is boring. Show me the alien shit. Then this episode, but they do it in this episode. They're kind of talking about Yutani and them and the aliens and the cargo being a priority no matter what, and they emphasize that over and over. So we're getting these kind of glimpses into like into the machinations.
They discuss shares, which like at up to this point you don't know what the fuck that is, but they explain it. They're like for 65 years you get what was it like an eighth,
1/16th.
1/16th of a share.
Exactly. And it's like in the context of this episode, that shit works because they're balancing it with the kind of like the intense situation that these characters find themselves in. But what's most important and core of this episode is their human relationships with one another.
Now,
and that's the shit that fucking move this and propel this episode forward. Because when we see episode 1, I don't give a fuck about any of them except for Morrow. Come this episode, Raheem, the guy who plays the other like doctor, like the science specialist, whatever, the British guy, he's incredibleness. I loved all of them. I loved Vernie. I thought she was awesome. I think the 2 engineers, I thought Shmuel,
even the weird motherfucker Tang, the guy who just like stares at that lady.
I genuinely thought this was like another.
I was like, that boy's nasty, but I want to see more of him.
I genuinely was very off-put by him. I did not care for him, and then he died, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good day."
I thought it was.
I will also say this episode gave me what I have been wanting visually from this, which is more highlight of the aliens, right? Because it feels like if this was put before, this would have been such a strong introduction. It would have had a good amount of the middle ground to do character and world building to build back up to those stakes. Because this is made by FX, the same fucking company that greenlit Shogun, which made a lot of political intrigue and setup and world building of politics seem interesting. They were discussing just how they eat and how many times a day they bathe, and I was invested. Right, and that's because at the same time they were doing character work.
And they made It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And they also that is also true. But FX is known for amazing programming, and Noah Hawley specifically has created Fargo, which seasons sometimes do vary, but in a certain amount of episodes, he's able to make you care about these characters and set up a world around them that feels lived in and real.
But I think it's interesting that Noah Hawley directed this episode.
Yeah, that's what I find interesting.
They knew what they wanted.
Like he's had this the whole time.
But he's written all of them.
And if they were just restructured just a little bit,
Look, I took Gerardo.
Like this would be a much more of a turnaround for me.
Not to rewrite the show, and because they're more talented than I'll ever be. But I was saying Gerardo, I was like, if this first season would have been them going to these alien planets, hunting down these animals, capturing them, bringing them onto the ship, and then season 1 ends with this episode or them crash landing onto Boy Cavalier's kind of like section of the planet. That would have been an incredible first season. Then you can start season 2 with all this kind of bullshit that they're starting this show with. I thought, and so that's just
or even telling the stories interconnectedly.
Yeah. Jumping back and forth. What that main what's the ship called? Fuck, I forget what the ship they're on called. But yeah, but what this mission
Maginot or some shit.
Maginot.
Maginot? It's a French word.
Yeah.
Manja, baby.
Manja.
Manja, baby.
No, but I also think something that's really cool
Shout
about
out to
this
Bear.
episode, and we talked about it in episode 3 and
Big
episode
ups,
4,
big ups, Rich.
is that they're really emphasizing the alien aspect of it, and we're seeing a lot more of
Yeah.
these aliens and what they can do and why they're so dangerous, and the fact that it's not just, I mean, the xenomorph is the most dangerous thing that these guys have to deal with, but the fact that all these other aliens are also incredibly terrifying, incredibly dangerous, incredibly kind of like just
predatory,
exactly. I was like, that was incredible as well, because it's a lose-lose
the tension
situation.
of what was her name? Zarani, the other science officer.
Yeah.
Oh no, Shibuzo
of her
and
not
the
drinking
water
her
bottle.
drink. Yeah, I said, fuck, who's drinking it? Beautiful.
And also
Beautiful.
one of my favorite things is like how that weird little eyeball squid tried to get through the xenomorph skull, and then I just thought, what the fuck would that even make? That sounds cool.
Something better.
Heinous.
No, okay. Me and Luis talked about this. Talked about this because the little eyeball thing was trying. We saw he saw a theory, and I just thought about it. I was like, it was trying to warn. What was it, Shibuzi?
Yeah.
Shibuzi, like the country artist. Yeah, sure.
Shibuzo.
It's trying to warn Shibuzo about the blood sucking alien bug things.
The one that shit the little sperm in her cup.
Yeah,
right. It's
the
like,
tadpoles.
It's like, and I thought that was a very interesting point in the show, because it's like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, she's distracting her so that the aliens can infect her, so she can get out of containment. But then Gerardo brought up this idea, and I saw a theory, and he's absolutely right. What if the eyeball squid was trying to warn her?
And on top of that, when it possesses that chip maintenance guy, it holds back the xenomorph.
And
a little bit.
In the previous episode, we established, or rather, Cavalier established that it's not stupid. It's a smart.
It's going to be intelligent.
It's an intelligent alien being.
Yeah.
So
does intelligence equate to empathy?
Maybe not. Yeah, that's an interesting theme that they can explore. Yeah. And that's why I wish that this was the first fucking episode, or
because all those themes pay off so well in this.
I know, but I want more of this. Is the problem? Yes. It's so good.
Oh my god, it's so good. It really just stole the whole season from me.
I agree,
absolutely.
And speaking of stealing, my time was stolen today, fellas.
I think we should go back to before. That was a great segue. Before you say that, I think let's rate this episode really quick and just kind of talk about if we're excited for like the season moving forward. And then we'll go on to
my hype meter for this episode is a 5 out of not a 5 out of 5. It was delivered late, but it was still good. So I would say 4.5 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
It loses 1.5 for being this late in the fucking season. Because it's better late than never, but I just got such amount of payoff from what I would have wanted from the past 4 weeks that it upsets me.
Okay.
And the rest of the season, if it's of this quality,
we're cooking.
I'll give this episode. I'm going to 7 out of 10.
I'll give this episode a 5. 5 stars out of 5 stars. I think it was incredible. This episode is what I wanted from the show from the get-go. And again, like you said, it's really frustrating that it came this. I mean, episodes 3 and 4 were kind of like the turning point, and in episode 5, I think it's kind of the culmination of that. But I think, if we would have gotten this earlier, who knows where we would be by now. But I really like this episode. This is the essence of the Alien, and this is what moves me and drives me and kind of excites me about this franchise and this lore is this episode right here. And so, like you said, if they can build off of this, then I think we're in for a fantastic kind of wrap to the season. And hopefully we get more episodes 3, 4, and 5. They do episodes 1 and 2. I hope that's behind us. But yeah, it makes me more excited for the show going forward, because I think they really pulled this episode off. That Tool needle drop at the end really pissed me off.
The
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Needle drop pissed me off. I love the music they're playing. I get it. Noah, I'm a fan also. It does not fit the tone of the episode. It does not fit the themes that you're trying to push. And so it's really jarring.
Or does it?
It's really jarring and really
If
kind
they
of
went for
frustrating.
like something ambient or like something that's like really dark or
But
depressing.
then again, it's also like a big dick energy. He's just like, I like this
Yeah.
fucking music, and I'm gonna play it in the fucking show because I like it, and fuck.
And also, he's like, here's the best fucking episode of the season. Pow.
Cherub Rock.
This is a song I like.
Exactly. He's the best episode of the season.
Noah,
fuck
play
you,
what
my
you
friend.
want.
You know what? Exactly. You've earned it. But yeah. So
I would rate this a 5 out of 5 as well. This is a controversial opinion, but I've shared it multiple times on the pod. I don't love the original Alien. I think it's too slow.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked about this episode is it's fucking quick. You don't have a lot of time between like them waking up and the fucking alien being born. It is there, and shit immediately is not good. We have a horrible situation, and we have Moro trying to fix it, and I love it. It's so good. I think I'm bad with names, but I liked every character. I like the doctor. I like the scientist.
Shmuel, Malachi, Tang, Bronsky, Petrovich.
Yeah. All of them folks.
Petrovich, that little fucking weasel.
Petrovich. Oh yeah, I love that little human element of like the guy fucking shit over for everyone just because of money. That's beautiful.
Exactly. That was the part of the episode where I was like, yes, that's kind of like the corporate espionage, kind of like the capitalism, like late stage capitalism kind of sucks kind of thing. Like that, like the ideas
that's
and
what
the
we
that
needed
Noah Hawley
to connect
is really
Cavalier and this story to it.
And also,
that's all you needed. And that's why
and also, it's so indicative of good world building when it ties into those themes, Luis, like you were saying, because it not only hits on the fact that like they're so desperate for a better life that Cavalier doesn't even promise him like money. He promises him the chance to be a synth, not a certainty, but a chance. And the alternative is that the ship crashes and he dies. He's like, okay. Figure it out. I don't fucking care, dude.
He lost. Cavalier lost nothing.
It's how ass Wayland Yutani is. Shout out Romulus for showing us that.
It's so good. Actually,
it's almost like they're all the same.
Whoa.
Matter of fact,
you think these movies are connected?
No, I mean like, it's almost like all the corporations, the big five are all the same. All right, Matt. Real quick.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Full disclosure, I haven't seen this episode yet because I'm still so behind. Like I said, it took me 3 weeks to watch episode 1. It took me like another week and a half to finish episode 2.
And then 3 is where it gets good.
3 is where it gets good. So I had to suffer through fucking slop for 4.5 weeks before it gets good. At the time, my hype was very low. Hearing all the positive things being said about it, my hype has increased to, I think, at least a 3.5, maybe a 4 in terms of hype for the rest of this season. Where I'm at right now, I'm like, well, they just found Nemec and saved his ass, and that's where we're at. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything going forward. But having this information I have now, it's giving me a reason to keep watching. So we shall see. We shall see if the rest of the season steals the show. Speaking of stealing,
nice.
We did it.
We here caught stealing a movie that stole my fucking time.
Stop! You stole my screen name, bro.
My fault.
I'm
stealing, bro. I'm stealing.
Hold on. Before we start talking about this movie, let's just kind of like talk about like a little bit like who directed it, who wrote it, what it's about, and then we'll kind of get into the general conversation. So here's like the general here's the just kind of like a quick summary about this film. Here's what it is. Burnt out ex-baseball player Hank Thompson unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of 1990s New York City, forced to navigate a treacherous underworld he never imagined. The cast includes Austin Butler, Regina King, Zoe Kravitz, Griffin Dunn, Dominic Silver, Sean O'Hagan, Action Bronson, Matt Smith, DeFaro Wunatai, Will Burrell, Liev Schreiber, Vincent D'Onofrio, and it's directed by Darren Aronofsky, and it's written by a man called Charlie Houston, who wrote the book that this is based on, and then
shout out Houston,
and then adapted the big ups H-Town, and then adapted the screenplay, adapted that book into this screenplay. Okay, so just kind of like
to varying degrees of success.
Okay, well, let's start there. What do you guys think of the film?
Now,
mid.
Okay,
Big mid.
I want to ask Matt. You've seen Darren Aronofsky films before, right?
I am a knower of the Aronofsky.
Okay.
Aronofsky verse.
I know who Luis has. Gerardo, you're familiar with his catalog as well?
I've seen them. I think all. I've seen. I think I've.
Okay. I, aside from the movie Noah with, I think it's Russell Crowe, have seen zero.
That movie
I've seen zero.
That's the only one you've seen.
That's insane.
That's the only one I've seen, and that was on accident. That was on accident, brother.
You've seen Jumbo ass, and now Jumbo mid.
I saw Noah.
He's not mid.
He threw a direct that shit. That's embarrassing.
I saw Noah, and I was just like, man, this is like, if this is awful. This is just not good.
Noah's like if Aragon was more ass and more.
It's like if
you know why it's ass. He wrote it, and shit he writes do not be hitting. Well, sometimes it does, other times it doesn't, but for the most part, it doesn't.
But it was just not good. It would be like if the guy who made Independence Day in 2012 tried to make Game of Thrones. It just sucked.
Well, since
but I had no frame. But that's all to say that I had no frame of reference of his work going to this, right? And I was expecting like some Edgar Wright fun, like semi-action comedy-esque thing. Maybe not too humorous, but still pretty, gritty, right?
That's what we got.
And that's exactly it. I didn't expect consequences, Gerardo. There was more consequences than I would have thought. Honestly, I think it was abrasive.
You expect Edgar Wright. I think is an incredible pull when it comes to like people who would have done a much better job directing a film like this. Yeah, I think one of the main things that I told Gerardo about.
I think it's the marketing that made me think that more than anything.
Here's the thing. What I told Gerardo about one of the things that I disliked about this film was the fact that I was like, the filmmaking was not propulsive enough.
Yeah,
it needed to be propulsive. It needed to feel, like fast paced and and like and which Darren, I guess, can do, but that's not his strong suit. Like I told Gerardo, like Darren Aronofsky excels in telling character-driven stories about troubled people and kind of and their trouble and kind of like their conscious of faith, troubled crisis people and the crises of faith and kind of like this and they exist in a gray kind of like moral existence,
the real world,
and they justify their shitty behavior to achieve their ultimate goal. That's kind of like the stuff that Darren Aronofsky, Requiem for a Dream, The Wrestler, Black Swan, like the three of his most famous movies, but kind of like exist in that universe. So the fact that he just or in that world. So the fact that he decided to make a film that, although pretty dark and fucked up, I think required a filmmaker who excelled in action filmmaking a little bit more, because I think the filmmaking just wasn't up to speed.
Exactly, because
the script doesn't offer enough character-wise, plot-wise to justify Darren Aronofsky directing it, and his. Let
me point out what y'all didn't like about this movie. It wasn't jovial enough. It wasn't enough of a fucking
no. Here's my thing, because Luis has helped articulate it pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. The thing is, the writing is okay, and Aronofsky's an amazing guy when it comes to making like these gritty, more like action, or not action, but like action and reaction consequences for your actions type of things, right? But the thing is, there's two different energies going on, right? One leg's trying to run while one other leg is walking, and it doesn't work, right? I feel like the duo of these two people it's not. There's no cohesion there because you have all these characters with like these fun little quirks, right? You have these bits of humor that are almost well executed, and this kind of hyper
the humor
realistic
is
vibe.
jarring. It's jarring.
No.
It takes you out of
That's
the
but
zone.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because of Darren Aronofsky making this world more real
Gritty.
and more grounded,
Yeah.
more gritty, right? It feels too grounded for this hyper reality that you have with these characters, like Benito, right? His character is named fucking Colorado. Are you serious? That's great. The two little Yiddish mafia guys, great. Matt Smith's character has this weird little quirk. Yeah, they all have these weird little quirks to them that I feel like can work. Even the way that Regina King's detective delivers some of her lines is like this cliche, hard-boiled detective.
Do not get me started on Regina King.
I
told
love
him
her.
this.
No, you're fucking crazy. I liked her. I thought
And it makes me so frustrated how wasted she is in this.
Bro,
not
watch what's
wasted.
it called? The Harder They Fall. Then watch this.
Watch the Oscar-winning performance in If Beale Street Could Talk, directed by a competent
no one wants
director
to watch
called
that
Barry
bullshit,
fucking
dude.
Jenkins. Listen, here's the thing.
Listen, shut the fuck up. Watch Watchmen if you want to see some great Regina King.
There you
Hey.
Okay, but
I
here's what I was
watched
gonna
it
say.
like 5 years before you did. Know your fucking place.
Here's what I was gonna say is that Regina King is an Oscar-winning actress. She's one of the best actresses working. We know that she's got the talent. What the fuck was she doing in this movie? And that is a direct.
Not doing a goddamn thing.
No, she was phoning it in. She was phoning it in. That is not a performance. That was not interesting or alluring.
Her lines did lack like the kind of punch that I'm used to from her. I will say that it wasn't necessarily wooden, right? It wasn't like very boring and very dull, but it's dull compared to what I know you can get out of Regina King.
Exactly. I hate feeling outnumbered. This hasn't happened to me before on this podcast.
It's not good, dude. I'm agreeing with Luis on consecutive episodes. How do you think I feel, Rado? I feel gross.
It's time for you to
wrap it up. But it's even, especially when Vincent D'Onofrio and Liev Schreiber's characters got involved of the Yiddish mafia. They are so fun. And I'm like, it feels jarring.
They do feel like they're from a different movie.
Exactly. It's so fucking jarring. Like I'm
not only them,
and I get this.
No, not only them. Microbe, that Russian, the Russian henchman, the one with the birthmark who's all crazy. And
you mean the guy who gets fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he just gets shot?
Yeah, he gets punched,
but he gets like fucking knocked out because he can't fight.
That was so that was so annoying. He was not. It wasn't.
It was poorly. He should never have been implemented. It felt so forced.
It was just forced and not funny.
Overly.
No,
I hated it.
He came into the room
in the same way like a clown at a strip club would be. I'd be laughing, but I'm also like, why are you here?
No, he sucked the energy out of the scene.
The seriousness of whatever's going on.
They should have brought in.
It undercuts.
Dan Soder as him instead.
No. What I think should have happened is that Darren Aronofsky should talk to the writer and the screenwriter. Would have been like, we're playing this serious. I think the movie would have worked a lot more if it tried to get rid of the half-assed comedic elements that they implemented in the script.
While it doesn't say it, a lot of the humor feels like when Marvel goes like, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yes, it was.
It's like when in fucking Alien Earth, when they were on the building looking around for survivors, and he goes, "This day just keeps getting better and better." When he tells them there's a monster,
guys are gonna want to see this. Like, I don't care. It feels cliche and underbaked for a movie that the world. It feels like all of these characters are put into a world of a different version of the same movie with the same title. And there's a big disconnect.
Also, the movie has no consequences or like throughout it.
Yes.
Throughout it. It's like,
consequences.
There's a consequence.
It is consequences for like everybody else.
They took that man's kidney. I think that's a consequence.
Let me explain though. But it's like all this shit happens. People are getting killed. People. All this shit's happening, and the cops don't get involved once. Nobody's concerned.
Have you heard about the fucking NYPD?
No,
Let me tell you something.
but that's not a good enough excuse to be like, well, cops in real life are incompetent. Yes, we know, fuck pigs, whatever, a cab bitch. But it's like really throughout the whole time that this movie is occurring, they don't catch him. They're on a manhunt. They are announcing it on TV.
This is in the 90s. This is pre 9/11. This is before the surveillance state. Of course, he could get away.
But it's just kind of like it feels. Also, it's supposed to be set in New York. It feels small. It feels very like New York should feel sprawling,
expansive,
very filmed on a soundstage. We had permits for 2 words.
It should film.
We had 2 streets we got access to.
Yeah.
Because I will say also that is a good point, because if it went more into the frantic Edgar Wright energy that it was marketed as with the material that is in this, I feel like we would have had a much more resonant film, a much more like good popcorn movie, right? But also a good amount of grit to it. It would have had a nice little pinch.
Fuck the popcorn movie. Just make it. If you're gonna be a nihilist, make it nihilistic. And then
exactly that's what the
entire time.
That's more so what I mean. Yeah. Go one route or the other, because you cannot have both, and this film's disconnect is proof of that, because you start to not gel with the material, and then you start to notice more and more flaws, and it just I'm gonna be honest, as representing the general audience, right, who has not seen a single Aronofsky film except for Noah, which I think is dog shit. If this was supposed to convince me to watch a Darren Aronofsky film, and this was the deciding factor whether or not I continue any of his catalog, and I have no media literacy, and I'm like, this director made a bad thing, no way he can make a good thing, I would not go for it. After watching this, I'm not impressed. I'm not digging it. If I was in that shoe,
Austin Butler's dick print.
There we go. See, I was on this. We've been shooting this movie for a pretty
Can we get some pros?
We'll let you kind of.
All right.
Kind of tell us, like,
go ahead.
What you liked about it?
Just my pros.
Can I listen? No.
Just talk about it. Like what you liked about it. Why?
Oh yeah, Matt had some negatives as well, because I think Gerardo's the only.
Go ahead, shit on it a little bit.
Yeah, my fault. Sorry, Gerardo.
My bad, G.
Cover your ears, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go too deep onto the points that have already been mentioned.
But
I'm not gonna go deeper. This
I couldn't even if I tried.
The writing is my biggest hang up, and the direction being taken in this film. Let's start with the writing. You cannot put a story like this together and then just under-deliver. You know,
nice.
So my bad. I was pausing for dramatic effect. My fault. I lost the word I was trying to use. But like you can't have a story like this. You can't put together a cast like this, and then just give something half baked. You can't go off half cocked and think you're gonna fucking hit the target. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So knowing what I know now, that the writer of the film is also the writer of the book. How many books have we seen written that get turned into a movie where the writer of the book is also the writer for the movie? I mean,
my question is, how much did he interfere?
Did who interfere? The writer?
The writer. How much did they clash when decided? Because I think we can all agree that this movie is a bit tonally dissonant, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who was deciding what? Who won this battle? Who won this?
You can see where they kind of came to a compromise with how disconnected some of the humor to action and like grit bits feel. Because for a few minutes it's Aronofsky, then for a few minutes it's the writer, and it kind of ping pongs back and forth.
I see exactly what you're saying, Gerardo. You're saying it's a
bit of a hodgepodge.
Darren wanted to make a completely different movie than what the screenwriter wrote.
Yeah.
And so, and that is very obvious and very apparent in, like you said, the tonal dissonance and just kind of like the experience that you have while watching the film. Like we said, and I think Darren Aronofsky's track record is very important when it comes to this, right? Because we know the kind of movies that he likes to make. We know the kind of stories that he likes to tell, right? And this is such a departure from that stuff that I think what really drew him in was a kind of like that nihilistic kind of like, damn, does he win? He does, but at what cost? And is that worth it? Kind of like that.
And
that
in
is
the
very-
end, when you think about it, did he really win? Or
Did
did he
he?
just survive?
Exactly, and it's like
Mhm.
that kind of
Yeah.
value. And I get why he was drawn to this, but then you're right. How much of this was then the writer was like, no, but that's not what this book is about. This is like I have to get my ideas across too, and it's just like, and that's I don't know, that's very obvious.
And
But
he's
sorry,
like,
continue.
and then he's
Carlo.
like, yeah.
Yeah, but sorry,
So
Matt,
we just
continue.
what? Yeah, Matt. It's Matt going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The writing was just kind of like the problem.
it was a problem, and then also not the acting, but the actors involved in this film. You have great performers who are not performing to their level. Like Louis said, Regina King, and it may be a directorial issue, but she wasn't doing what she needed to do. Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz carried this film on their backs. Everybody else was just kind of floating around. Fucking Action Bronson was in here. Fucking mixing it
I
up.
thought he was fun.
I like
Dude.
him too. I liked him.
I liked him.
Action
Dude.
Bronson's in there.
There was
I like that. Wait, I'll get into that.
there was somebody who y'all were talking about in the group chat who was in this film who was like a yeah.
Namor.
But y'all were talking about him, and I was like, okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
You
But when I saw Action Bronson, I was like, y'all niggas buried the lead. Is that Action motherfucking Bronson? Is that Baby Blue himself? That made the film for me.
That's he
I'm
wrote.
in the
He
bodega
fucking
eating
He's good.
imported
sandwich.
goods. That's that guy.
I forget that Action Bronson is great at doing things, and the actor side quest was not on my bingo card,
Great.
but I
Great.
love it. I
He
love it.
wasn't
Great.
the worst part.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't
but
the
he's
worst part.
great.
Look, I think it's just because I like him, but I enjoyed everything he was in.
What are the things that
Every
what other
scene, yeah.
things were kind of like your issues before we let it out?
Yeah.
Try to defend this dog shit.
I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and then just to tack on to that, Liev Schreiber, great actor. What the fuck are we doing? You're not using him enough.
He did what he could.
I'm gonna be honest with
the thing I told. I sent a voice memo to Luis. I should have added more because I just thought of this just a little bit ago. There's like 3 different stories trying to go on with this group of criminals trying to get this money from the British.
It's called being multifaceted, Matt.
Well,
it's called multiple storylines.
Look,
they shouldn't try to do multiple storylines ever again if they're not going to do it right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
that's what the fuck I'm saying.
Damn, bro.
I feel Matt because I feel you, Matt, because I will say when Regina King's cop got Austin Butler's character to come outside and she was in league with the other guys, I was surprised, but not in a way where I was like,
It was
like, oh my god! Yeah, I was just like, that's okay.
I didn't. It was dumb.
Right.
I did not like that. That part should have been. If you're gonna reveal, there's 2 ways to reveal a cop is crooked and in league with and is the bad guy. Either you do it at the very beginning of the movie, show them doing some heinous shit, and then play along like they're nice, or you do it towards the end. This middle shit that they did in this didn't work out. I was like, now what? There's no. Anyways. The point I'm saying is it's underwhelming.
It's just like
undercooked.
She was kind of like.
Speaking of the multiple storylines thing, Weapons did a great job of showing different perspectives. Even though that movie was boo boo to me, it still did a good job showing different perspectives of the same story. This felt like the Hebrew dudes are out there fucking around in north part of
the problem
New York.
was that it was all Austin
everywhere.
is the point of view character. So there's a lot of information that's omitted and left out because he's not aware of a lot of this information. So we're kind of following the story through his eyes. So I get why it feels like a little bit jarring to be like, well, what the fuck? And now they're here, they're also involved, and everything's kind of happening all at once. Well, it's because Austin Butler's character is the point of view character through which we're viewing the film. But I get what you're saying. But we'll let Gerardo. We should have this movie.
That's it.
Enough.
That's all I got for now.
We'll let Gerardo.
Until I think of more later.
Wait.
About some positive.
Actually,
about what he enjoyed.
I have one.
AZ. Shit on it a little
Yeah.
bit more, bro. Fuck you.
No. I have actually a pretty good thing to say. This is on the subject of good things. Both Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz are both two
Lights
needlessly
out.
attractive
Stop saying
people.
what I'm about to fucking say, bro.
Lights out.
They're just incredibly attractive people. Beautiful.
They're
People.
so hot, it's insane.
They're absurdly hot, and I was like, "There's no couple that's hot."
Eat it.
Dark.
All right, Gerardo, go.
All right. Fuck. It's like so much negativity.
Gotta fan it away.
No, dude. I wish
like
I had some
30 minutes
sage.
getting
I
jumped.
wish I had it was bad. I wish I had some sage to burn. 'Cause
That's
y'all
how I
just-
feel.
Y'all
Y'all
introduced some.
like dog shit.
He spent
Y'all
the
just
last like
introduced some
39
demons
minutes
into my
getting-
room, bro.
getting
This is where I
beat the
sleep.
fuck up.
All right. No, like when it comes to performances, we'll touch on performances. I think Austin Butler was great. I think he's magnetic. He's the perfect amount of like suave and like on the one hand he doesn't give a shit. On the other hand, he gives too much of a shit.
Yeah.
He's got his number down. He knows what he knows what he's doing. Right? Zoe, I think she's weird in real life, but I think she's really good in this fucking movie. I think obviously they're both fucking hot. They have a lot of chemistry. I fuck with it. I'm in. Liev Schreiber, underutilized as always. I agree. But what I see from him, incredible. Vincent D'Onofrio, he wasn't doing the stupid voice this time.
Therefore, he was good.
And that means he did great.
Yeah.
That means he did great. That means he tried. And it's not even just Vanessa. Like it's from Magnificent Seven. It's something that he does in his career. If he's acting, he does his normal voice. If he's phoning it in, he does a stupid fucking voice so he can distract from the fact that he's not acting. Okay? Right? Regina King was doing her best with a weak
No,
script.
she wasn't. No, she wasn't. But,
No.
Go. I'll stop it
you.
again. Go. Sorry.
Regina King was doing her best with a really, really fucking boring character. And I think we all agree that Regina King is incredibly talented, no?
She's more iconic in Daddy
1000%.
Daycare, and she's in that movie for 10 total minutes.
Fuck off. But she's so good.
Miss
She's an incredible
Congeniality
actress.
too.
That is sister night, dude.
Oh God,
And she did what she could, and I don't care. I enjoyed her because that's Regina fucking King. Okay, Bad Bunny,
Bad
his
Bunny.
best. Bad Bunny, quiebrate. Hasta aquí llegaste, cabrón. Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny.
If I don't get what I want,
I think legitimately
my pistol.
his best performance to date.
Yes.
Mhm.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because one, he's not playing a Mexican. He's playing a Puerto Rican. Finally,
Thank fuck.
Mhm.
Yes.
and his accent makes sense in the context of the story. He's intimidating.
Yes.
He fucking kills my other go, Action Bronson and Porter Goods. I love him. He kills people in cold blood. This man, he's allowed to do something that we haven't been allowed to see before, which is like in Narcos, he was just like in the background, pretending to be Mexican, talking like a Puerto Rican. They don't explain it. And fucking
Bullet Train.
in Bullet Train, he's again
Destroy my
Mexican,
life.
and then he speaks like a Puerto Rican, and then and then in
there's a theme.
and then there's a
And
third
Happy
movie,
Gilmore.
Happy
same
Gilmore,
shit.
where he's a nondescript Hispanic, and he acts like an idiot, and that's
I heard he was
fine,
funny as shit.
right? He's funny,
He
but
was
like
funny,
it's not.
but
it's
that movie
not-
was- what the fuck?
It's
You
not
don't
good.
see a dramatic role from him. I feel like
My point is,
No, word to
the
word.
performances in this movie were not the problem for me, and even the bartender, the bar owner, the knockoff
Paul.
Mark Maron, the old guy. I think he was great. I
Yeah,
think
he was
great.
awesome.
I liked him. The fact that he pulled out a shotgun, but also
He's hard.
he's a
he's hard
fucking
as fuck.
idiot. That boy gets gunned down in the second round.
In 2 seconds,
I
bro.
loved it. Yeah, I loved it. The movie,
Still hard.
the fact that this movie doesn't play like the consequences of Austin Butler's like trying to get around this issue as a joke. Like he gets so many people killed.
So many.
He
It
does
has no
not.
consequences.
No,
Nah.
but that's the
him
consequence.
directly, but the
He
world
does-
around him does.
He destroys his life
Well,
there
he
in New
doesn't.
York.
Russ does.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This may be me grasping at straws and reading into it, but Gerardo has a point because
I
the theme
almost
of
always do.
consequences.
No, that you don't, bitch.
Look, the main drive of Austin Butler's character is his battle with alcoholism, especially since
And his battle with guilt over getting other people killed. And then he does the same fucking thing. And yes, at the end of this movie, he may have the money. He may be in Mexico. But what's he gonna do? Nothing.
Right. And the movie would have worked
and the
if they
love
would
of his
have
life killed.
But the movie would have worked if they would have emphasized and focused on those moments a little bit more. Which
exactly, that's right here is where I'm agreeing with Luis. I can say both of you guys are right because I will say I should have gotten that feeling either minutes after watching this movie or during the movie. I should have been able to see that through line because of the comedy undercutting shit. I had to have this told to me instead of infer it from the movie. You realize how angry that makes me. That's
he had
like
to wait till
that's
new rock
terrible.
stars told his ass.
Exactly. Like that just goes to show how kind of just iffy this movie is and how not a lot of things get across very well because of certain things. But I will say it does have positives. There are things that I like. I think that certain interactions with characters are fun.
I think this movie is fun. I think it's a great it's a great example of like a never-ending day, like how it's just like fuck, it's one hit after another. First his girl dies, then his homeboys die, and then like they're threatening his mom. It's like it's
I'll say, by the way, Zoe Kravitz dying that early was shocking to me.
Shocking, but I didn't hate it.
This movie was like
I did hate it.
If one of them
That's
days
because you're horny.
This is like if one of them days was a white man and it was done a little bit better.
One of them days ass. Never fucking mention that bullshit to me again.
I will.
No. Mute your own mic.
It's so bad I have to bring it up. Oh no, that's my direct comparison. It felt like one of them days where all types of bad shit happens, but it felt like it was way better directed than the aforementioned shit movie. It's still not good to me. I think there's so much there's potential that this movie did not reach, that it did not meet, that it should have, given the name.
Also, shout out Shabbos.
Again, look, and
it just needed more.
Agree. I'll say some positive things about it too, just because I feel bad for shitting on it so hard. I do think, like we said,
a couple positives.
Austin and Zoe's chemistry is incredible. I think Austin is that dude. He's gonna have an incredible career ahead of him. He's already got an incredible career. He's got the juice. Whatever it takes to be a movie star, a superstar, he's got it. He's got the talent. He's got the looks. He's got the charisma. He's got it all, right? So he's ripped as fuck. Like he's that guy. He's incredible. I think if the movie were in somebody else's hands, like laid on somebody else's shoulders, this would have been a much more rough watch. I think him being so incredible and being so good kind of helped me get through the movie. Him and Zoe's chemistry is incredible. Zoe's incredible in this. It's a shame that they used her for as little as they did. It's a shame that they used a lot of these actors are too talented.
To be giving them, say what you said about Jaden Smith.
But it's like a lot of these actors are too talented to be giving.
His sauce is love.
And I like Darren Aronofsky, and I like that he attempted something different.
Yeah,
but I think that it's okay to sometimes stick to what you know. And that's kind of my.
Did you just tell fucking Darren Aronofsky to stay in his lane?
I think.
Yeah,
show some fucking respect. Show some fucking.
You
respect.
really started Darren Aronofsky. That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, you did to Ridley. You called Ridley Scott washed.
He is washed.
He is.
He's a fucking
he
hat.
And Darren
is.
Darren has.
Granted, this is better than Noah. It's not a high bar to clear, but it's a bar clear.
He's made Noah. He's made Whale with which people hate. He's made Mother, and he's made this.
But he's made washed. Requiem for a Dream.
He's not.
He's
50-50.
He's 50-50.
Look, I will also say in terms of positives, my most positive thing I can say is also my greatest critique of this, which is that I wish there was more of it. I wish we got more out of some of the actors. I wish there was more of the little like humor, not even just humorous, but some of the more like character focused bits of the quirks of some of these like really hyper real characters. I just wish there was more because I was getting invested in bits and pieces, specifically the duo of Liev Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio just being these strange little Yiddish mafia guys.
Oh,
I don't know what their deal is, and they're fantastic.
And I love the music. I'll give them that. I think the Idols.
No. At least don't you ever fucking praise Idols in front of me again, you fake son of a bitch, because you pretended to dislike them for like 5 years. Fuck you.
One of my greatest bits of all time, if I do say so myself.
I fucking hate you. We'll talk about this.
Okay. Oh yeah, I had to look up the name. I believe it's Carol Kane. Yeah, Carol Kane, that little Jewish lady. Delightful.
Oh, Eat Skinny Boy, love her.
I eat skinny. I love.
So sweet.
That whole thing of the movie just suddenly becoming very slow and becoming like this weird micro sitcom thing was so much fun for me.
Well,
I loved that.
That was great for like 10 minutes.
What she tells us what the entire movie is about. She tells us don't fight back if you can't punch. Or,
and that was great.
If you won't bite,
exactly.
And then it gets to that last little sequence, and I'm like, oh man, so that more comes in. If we had just more of those things expanded on, this would be hitting harder.
Bro, you know what? Really
I think if this was just a little bit longer, maybe like 15, 20 minutes longer, maybe.
Also, something that really
I would have been more.
Need to be longer.
That's so Darren Aronofsky-esque. Was whenever we're having that flashback to the also, why would you put Pharaoh Wunatai in 2 minutes of this fucking movie and then just have him
get warfare?
Stop.
Also when it shows any of the injuries, I also do like how realistic it is that they do not just immediately get back up and be like, oh, my head. Like literally when Matt Smith gets that knot on the front of his fucking head, there's a point where it looks at his eyes, like when he's driving the side, and his pupil is really fucking dilated.
Yeah,
like that's some good attention to detail. Where I'm like, all right, that's that thing.
A positive. Matt Smith was awesome in this movie. I really like.
Matt Smith is incredible. I love Matt Smith. House of the Dragon made me realize, like, wow, I need Matt Smith in more things. And then I saw that he was in this, and he did not disappoint for how long he was in.
But just something I was going to say that really annoyed me was that whenever we were having that flashback to the car accident, and then we see we see it happen from a front-facing perspective, and it wraps around the pole. I was like, oh, that's gonna come back again. And sure enough, it happened at the very end.
I did think,
Darren, come on, bro.
I did think that was a cool shot. I'm not gonna lie.
All that CGI you thought was cool, brother?
They crashed their car for real, bro.
The close-up of his knee was also very visceral and cool.
That like front shot was pretty.
Throat?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You said throat. Bro. I thought that's
throat.
This
is just overall, I would say, a very conflicting movie. So let's solidify it by rating it. I rate this. I rate this a solid 3 out of 5. It's got some good execution and some good ideas in it.
I'll go last.
I'm not familiar with Darren Aronofsky's work outside of Noah, and I do think it is an improvement based off what I'm familiar with. But I still wish
that's terrible.
But
the fact
that
I
do
an improvement on anything is insane.
But with that frame of mind, I'd say this is a 3 out of 5 because it doesn't deliver on a lot of its better attributes that it keeps. It doesn't use them effectively, and I think that's to the detriment of the film. Gerardo, you said 5 out of 5. You psychopath?
No, I think it's a 4 out of 5. I think it's fun. I think the movie is fun. I think the direction. I think it's like okay. It's not like shot incredibly beautifully. It's not fucking Rockins. Who gives a shit? But
I give a shit.
Yeah, because you're a dork. The movie looks good. The movie is fun. The acting is, for the most part, literally besides Microbe, everybody's doing great for me. Okay, I think the movie is solid. I think it's a great time. It's a great vibes movie. You put this on in the background of a party, you're good.
That is not what film should be for.
I disagree.
It's
this
this
Michael
or
Bay's
Saturday Night.
Transformers, which has gotten me
No
laid 3
fucking
times.
ifs, ands, or buts.
I disagree that it's a good put on the background movie for the parties, man. Because this is not something. I don't know. My rating's gonna be a 3 out of 5. It's not horrible.
Mhm.
It's very much a middle of the road film. It doesn't do anything astounding, anything special. The story is very weak to me. The acting, like I said, there's incredible actors in here who are doing a bunch of nothing. They wasted Tenoch at the end.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention Tenoch.
Oh, I mentioned that. I
Matt
said they
mentioned
wasted.
him.
Wait. Is he the fucking bartender?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Namor, brother.
I know you.
Oh
recognize
my
those chiclets.
fucking god! Okay, no, I changed my mind. This shit's a 2. Fucking no. That just made me mad. That just made me mad. You put him as... I didn't even clock that was him. Oh my god.
That's it.
No, that's a fucking 2, bro. You made... No. Oh my fucking god. They did what they do to Jamon Hansu to Tenoch with that. That's fucking terrible. That's no. That's fucking no. That's a spat in the face. Fuck you.
He was literally just there to say
Darren.
we used to have baseball, but the storm came, and then he walked off. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck?
This nigga serves a white man a drink, and then he's just gone. Oh my god! You couldn't have had him be like a Benito co-worker or like Benito's boss.
He should have been. He should have been
by Bunnies.
He should have been Benito, but like, oh. Yeah. Fuck! This is. I almost want to bring it down to a 1, but this shit's a 2. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice to this nigga. Oh my god!
Bro. I felt like it.
I understand now.
They did enough to.
They did the same thing to Laura Dern.
Being
his mom. For
she was in there for 2 seconds.
I'm not bringing. I can't bring this lower. People are gonna think I hate this movie. I don't hate it.
Wait,
but it's a 2, bro.
Ready for my rating?
Yeah.
If you say a 1, that's fucking insane.
2.5. This shit's a 2.5. Out of 5. It's fucking mid. It's mid as shit. It's fucking soulless. It's mediocre. It's undercooked. It's just underdeveloped. It does not deliver. It's not funny. It's not exciting. It's not sexy. It's not fun. It lacks all those things.
Wrong.
That it wants
it's
to
sexy and it's fun and it's great.
No. The people in it are sexy, but their characters aren't.
Exactly.
I want to specify that as much as possible.
The acting that's not Austin and Zoe is bad, and the actors are phoning it in. The writing is atrocious and predictable and boring. The filmmaking is not propulsive. It's not exciting, and it's not fun, and it's not exhilarating.
Literally, all of the best bits are in the trailer.
Exactly, like a movie like this should be, and it's not fucking funny, and there's way too many fucking comedic parts in this movie.
It's a grimmer version of the Italian Job remake. That's what it feels like to
me. It's not a good fucking movie, and I've seen what Darren Aronofsky can do. He's made 3 goddamn near masterpieces, and then he delivers this fucking bullshit. It's frustrating, and it's fucking annoying, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing. What the fuck is going on with him? That Jennifer Lawrence pussy got him fucking crazy, because now he's after he hit that.
Gerardo is writing all of our names in the death note as we speak, bro.
Dude,
that's
why I don't need a death note. I'm loading the fucking 45 right
I'm
now.
on the clip. Exactly. So I don't know, man.
Camera pulled back.
It's a 2.5 out of fucking. We'll talk about this next week. But the other movie I watched this week was better than this fucking bullshit, bro.
That's crazy.
That's a B movie.
That's diabolical.
You talking about Toxie?
Toxic Avengers? Toxic Avengers better than this? I believe it.
It is.
As much, I'm gonna be honest, based on what I've seen from this movie, I believe it. But what I can't believe is how great this episode of the Cinestro Core has been.
Yeah.
Truly. Thank you all so much for watching. We had a lot to cover in this episode. My webcam has been blocking my recording timer, and I see now we're at an hour 58, so about 2 hours.
It's okay.
So thank you all so much for sticking with us. Matt, can we get an update on that subscriber count? Where are we at? I'm actually curious.
Still rocking at 148. We're still on.
We're 148. 148.
We need.
I'm about to go on Discord and talk to some
more.
YouTube homies after this. So on my walk to McDonald's. So I'll get us 2 more. Don't worry.
We
I
need 2 more by the end of the year to hit that 150.
I got it.
If we hit 200 by the end of the year, we are gonna sell you. We're gonna give you. Sorry, not sell you.
Gerardo. We'll give you Gerardo.
Damn.
Do what you want.
I was gonna say we're gonna give
him?
a poster off of AZ's wall, but then we're gonna give him.
We can give them Gerardo before they give them one of my posters. I love my posters.
We're gonna give him
a man in my
no. I got it.
Look,
he's not here to object. He's not here to object, so he can't say no. We're gonna give away one of Graham's Lego sets.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you for saying
we can't see it right now, but there's a red dot slowly creeping towards like Luis's forehead, our foreheads right now, because Graham has put hits out on all of us for you saying that. But speaking of hits, this has been a hit episode of the Cinestro Court. Thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate you watching, listening, having this on in the background like you should with Caught Stealing. Just doing whatever you do to help support us.
No, don't watch that shit in the background. Just don't watch it at all.
Watch us before you watch Caught Stealing.
Watch Angel Young compilation before you watch.
Exactly.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But we greatly do appreciate you. And if there's anybody we appreciate the most, it is, aside from you for watching or listening, is the great people over at Backstage OL. Our very own David is
our own industry insider.
They do exactly what we do, except better. They have funding, and they've recently expanded their markets all across the U.S., and they do behind-the-scenes interviews with your favorite actors, directors, screenwriters, and they are just doing some great work and killing it. So definitely check them out. And while you're checking things out, tomorrow...
Big ups with my boys, real quick on Backstage, too. Big ups to Dave. Big ups to Dave Morales and Jonathan. They are some dedicated dudes. I don't know if they even watch the show, but if they ever do and see this, just know that we really do value y'all and admire what y'all are doing at Backstage.
Indeed.
Keep it going. Hopefully we can work with y'all down the line. See if there's something we can. If there's any type of service we can provide you guys, that'd be great.
Whoa, no, don't say service, bro.
No. Guys, remember, we have Gerardo available.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god,
he's our resident service guy.
He's a serviceman. He's a serviceman.
And speaking of service, how about you do me a great service and go on down to twitch.tv/TariSingo, where I stream on Twitch. Tomorrow, I am finally working an opening shift, which means I will be able to, well, technically today in about 8 to 9 hours, I have to be up for work, but I will be able to stream because I won't be waking up at 2 p.m. hating myself. So I will hopefully be streaming Helldivers 2 because the new update is out, and that worm owes me fucking money, and I want it dead in the ground, and I hate it. Also, speaking of things that you might hate, my YouTube channel has videos on it allegedly, and I'm making one right now. It is on Damon Lindelof and how I think he should make basically everything, even outside of lanterns. It's just me glazing a man who doesn't know I exist, but you're gonna like it. I know I'm gonna really like it. I'm very excited for it. But definitely follow me on all platforms at TariSingo, except for my Instagram, which is at Big Papa Tari. I don't post there, but you can just make the number go up because
you can slide in his DMs.
Yeah, you can slide in my DMs and I'll ignore you because, like I stated, I don't use fucking Instagram. But you know who does? Us at Instagram.com/SinestroCorp and Twitter.com/SinestroCorp, because we are on all platforms at Cinestro Corp. I cannot stress enough, we were in a 1,000-year war for the rights to have the S. Many lives were lost, but we still do not have the S. None that mattered, clearly. That's why Graham isn't on this episode.
What? No. Graham
is MIA. We sent him on a mission to get the money from Bob Iger to get the S back. Hopefully he comes back with the fruits of his labor.
Graham is on a Black Ops
style mission
to
find out what the numbers mean.
Wet work for for companies we can't speak.
Exactly.
It rhymes with Rackstone.
Rackstone. It's just BlackRock.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. It rhymes with rack rock.
But yeah, keep up to date with us at all platforms at Cinestro Corp, and we greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't follow us, we appreciate you watching, listening, liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing us with your friends, or even just bringing it up on your dates. Because what is a day as a man on this planet without bringing up to a woman a podcast you listen to? Go ahead, do it. Come on, tell them about us. We're great,
bro. Ladies love that. Ladies love when you share your interests with them.
Exactly.
So be interested in this podcast.
Specifically, podcasts with male-centered voices.
That likes you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, there's the asterisk there.
Matter of fact, it's scientifically proven that if you share our podcast with any significant other, regardless of their gender, you will experience better sex, a full head of hair well into the time you die, and $1 million. This is scientifically proven. It will make your life better. This is true. This is 1000% fact. And it's a fact you won't get the chance to prove because guess what? I'm just a recording. Because this has been an amazing episode of Cinestro Core. Thank you, and we will see you next week when we talk about the Toxic Avenger and other things that'll probably happen. Maybe an actor will die. I don't know. There's usually one of those.
Probably.
All right.
Let's hope for Mark Wahlberg.
I know. Fingers crossed.
Show me Mark.
I know who. Never mind.
Show me John Boyd again.
Say it.
Until next.
John Boyd is still alive.
Oh, show me John Boyd. Show me Ray Liotta again.
No.
Show me
Who's
Ridley
another
Scott.
racist? No. Who's another racist actor?
Show me Frank Grillo again.
Show me Frank Grillo. Yeah. Show me Frank Grillo.
Show me Piers Morgan.
Well, honestly, when Frank Grillo dies, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, rest in peace. Frank Grillo died.
Rest in peace to the maker.
Show me Tom McDonald.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck him.
Well, until next time, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all at the movies.
Yeah.
See you at the movies.
We're the kings of the spring, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the